You're watching Indie Shooter's back-to-back coverage of NAB 2019. Sponsored by 16x9, Band Pro Film and Digital, JBC, Manios Digital and Film, Panasonic, Sigma, and Carl Zeiss.
Hi, Clint with Indie Shooter, continuing our coverage of NAB 2019. I'm here with Walter of Tilta, and this was a phenomenon, and you've updated it, right? Talk a little bit about it.
Okay, so we now have the Armorman 3, which is the newest version of the Armorman, our gimbal support vest. Just like the old Armorman, you still have the lock-in arms here. They're spring-loaded and everything. Now this version has a much beefier support arm here, and there's a second way of mounting it up top over here. So let's say if you wanted to do something like grab a gimbal from overhead, now you're able to do that. So you can modify this whichever way you want. Still the original configuration of having the arms come under and holding up the gimbal. And also we have the similar cups for all kind of gimbals and gimbal ring adapters and everything to make setting up your gimbal much easier and carrying all the weight of like large setups.
So will this only work with certain gimbals or all across the board?
We want to make our products for every type of gimbal out there. So we're the kind of company that doesn't want to just be very proprietary and just have like certain things that work with only our stuff. We want our stuff to work with everybody's products.
If you've operated those things even for a little bit, it's right across here. You know, the pain just starts shooting through there. So this has been a lifesaver for a lot of people. Now, specifically, what are some of the other differences between this one and the previous one?
So now you have a couple of little support areas right here that help you just kind of carry a lot of the weight. You can fully adjust them. It's a little bit easier to strap yourself in. Before we had kind of like a big arm here that kind of like holds everything down with Velcro. So this one's just a little bit smaller, a little bit more discreet. It's much lighter than the first version. And remember the first version was like pretty heavy, especially when you have a pretty large build. So now we've taken a lot of the weight, a lot of the things that were unnecessary and just modified it so it's a little bit lighter, a little bit tighter. You got a lot more range of motion now, and then you have your two separate ways of mounting your arms.
So you're showing this for the very first time. Do you guys have a date on availability or anything?
Not just yet. The price point on this guy, I believe, is $32.99 though.
Will you be taking pre-orders or?
We're not sure yet. I'm pretty sure it might be one of those situations where it might be a pre-order, but ideally we want to get this ready to go and out there when people order.
Now, if people aren't able to make it to the show, they happen to live in Southern California or are going to be visiting Southern California soon, you guys have a really nice showroom over in Burbank. Talk about it.
So we have a large showroom over at Burbank. Everyone's more than welcome to come in, check out our stuff. If you want to do a demo, you can just let us know in advance. You can even bring your own camera. You can set up. We can do setups for you if you have any kind of questions or concerns about how you want to rig out your kit. Then we can all do that there. And we're in Burbank, pretty close to everyone else over by Able City and all our friends over there in Burbank.
And if they're going to Cinegear, you guys will be there too, right?
Yes, we'll be there too.
Excellent. All right, Walter, if people want to find out more about Tilta, there's a website, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, you can find us at tilta.com.
Thanks a lot, Walter.
All right, thanks a lot.
You're watching Indie Shooter's back-to-back coverage of NAB 2019. Sponsored by 16x9, Band Pro Film and Digital, JBC, Manios Digital and Film, Panasonic, Sigma, and Carl Zeiss.